How are you? Joe Rogo here again, and I'm so happy we finally got to this video in our series of videos. This is really the nuts and bolts of what I did in order to accomplish losing the weight and keeping it off for going on 8 years now. So what I want you to do is pause the video with your little mouse there and print out the PDF version. And what you're going to do is Professor Rogo is going to lead you through step by step of exactly how I did it. We're going to go through some rules, not too restrictive, some examples of breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, that bad group of no-nos, just things that are going to help you. And when I sat down and put this together and said, you know, and followed it, I wanted to make this, because it worked for me, I wanted to make this easy to follow and not completely a turn off that it's so life altering that you feel like you're trying to climb a mountain with a backpack on. I wanted to make this easy to follow, and this way these changes, minor modifications in your behavior, will pay drastic dividends that you will be shocked at. I know I was, and I know that you will be too. First, I'd like to tell you, you're going to eat like you normally do. Moderation is the key. Okay, I told you before, preparation is the key. That's also true, but moderation is also the key. Please do not try to undereat. If the body is a machine like a car, it needs a constant supply of fuel in order to keep you going. What we want to do here is to get your metabolism up and running so you will be eating, burning, eating, burning. So let me go over some rules, and you can follow along as I said on your PDF. You can eat as much as you normally would. I want you to eat 5 times a day, spacing your meals out. I like to say 2 to 2.5 to 3 hours apart. But I need you to eat 5 times a day. I break that down into 3 meals and 2 snacks, all of which you're going to get an example of. Something that has helped me tremendously. You cannot eat after 8 o'clock. Now, I understand some of you are going to have night schedules and odd hours, but what I'd like you to do then is do not eat 3 hours prior to going into bed. And I'm telling you, that was a tremendous component in aiding me to be successful. I'm going to need you to eat breakfast within a half hour of waking up. The minute my feet hit the floor every morning, my first stop is to the kitchen, ready to eat breakfast. The body has got to get going. You've been sleeping all night. It's a new day. The worst thing you can do is eat after 8 o'clock or later, go to bed on a full stomach, wake up, and of course you still feel bloated because you overate the night before. Then maybe you decide you don't want to eat till 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And by that time you're starving, but your body is already starting to shut down. And that was a cycle that I was caught in for years. And it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I'm going to talk to you about how I want you to eliminate fried foods. And the truth is, in the long run, it's going to be better for you. They're certainly not good for your heart. They're not good for your cholesterol. There's nothing positive about eating fried foods. I'm going to ask you to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Now, I know for some people that sounds like a lot. Myself, I drink over 1 gallon of water a day. I cannot stress it enough. Water detoxifies and hydrates the body and flushes out the body. And that will only help to expedite and speed up this process of getting you to look better and feel better about how you look. So 8 glasses of water a day. Now, I also know, because I try to be realistic, and I understand sometimes, 8 glasses of water a day. You can certainly flavor it. There are things out there. You can certainly, I like to recommend maybe 1/8 of a cup of juice just to give it a little flavor. And this is good news. I'd like you that you're going to have pizza once every 2 weeks, but 2 slices maximum. Again, that comes back to my idea of moderation. Pasta will be once a week. Okay? I'd like you to have at least 1 vegetable and 1 fruit per day. Now, this is very important And it's okay too if you're taking notes. I recommend that when you watch this video, not only do you have the PDF, but you can certainly jot down notes next to it, highlight certain things that I hit on. And this is one that's very important. I like you to have only 3 carb portions per day. Now I'm going to explain to you why. Your carb portions will be marked with the letter C, and it's just overloading on too good of a good thing. So let me give you a simple example. If I wake up and I have a cereal for breakfast, I'm not going to add a breakfast part to it. It's 2 carbs. It's too much. Too much of anything is not a good thing. So those are some of my rules. Now I'm going to move on to breakfast. And again, I can't stress just how important breakfast is. Get the body going. Give you some examples. I'm not going to go through, because obviously you've printed out, I'm not going to go through every single cereal. But I do want you to know that you can email me any questions you might have. If you want to run a cereal by me, if you want to run a snack by me, if you want to run anything by me in any way that I can be helpful, in any way that I can get you valuable information and put it in your hands, I'll do whatever I can. And I'll try to answer you within 24 hours. I'll actually do better than try. I'll get it done. So some examples of some cereals that I happen to like. Raisin Bran, big fan of the Raisin Bran. Wheaties, Post, Blueberry Morning, Kix, Rice Krispies. Kashi puts out a number of very good cereals. I also like organic cereals. I happen to like them because they happen to be organic, but I like them because it's just a great way to give my body pure things. You're gonna get out of your body what you put in. If you put in the right food, your body's gonna, it's just physics. It's gonna work the way it's supposed to work. If you're putting in toxic foods and garbage, what's gonna happen is your body's gonna react in a negative way. So those are some ideas of some cereals. Let me give you a couple of other breakfast foods. Some granola, yogurt, farina, oatmeal, instant grits. For any of my patrons and any of my friends out there that are in the South, grits. Fantastic. And I also like fruit. Something I forgot to mention, I do like to try to ask you to have only 1 slice of bread a day, and preferably whole wheat. White bread is probably one of the worst things you can put in your body, but whole wheat, if you happen to like it, 1 slice of bread a day. So now, as I said, I've told you about eating breakfast, getting the body going. So take away 2 things from this section. Breakfast, vital, have to eat it. Number 2, don't eat late at night. You don't want to put yourself in that situation. You have your PDF, check out the cereals I gave you. Fantastic. Let's move on to lunch. Now, lunch is also very important because it provides the necessary energy you're going to need and your body's going to need to sustain a good level for the rest of the day. Lunch is one of the key components in this program. Some ideas for lunch, as you can see that I've listed for you. I wish I had a pointer because then I could point it out to you. Turkey, grilled chicken. I love sushi. Actually, you know what I'd like to say with the sushi? If it has the rice around it, you might want to go for sashimi, just to eliminate. Remember, because you're only allowed a certain, 3 carb portions a day. Lentils, beans, not fried, not refried. Soups are great for lunch. Let's avoid the creamy soups. I love tofu, applesauce, brown rice, fantastic brown rice. You want to avoid white rice, but brown rice is loaded with nutrients. It's fantastic. Periodically, maybe you want to have one of those slices of pizza for lunch. That's a great lunch. So again, lunch, get the body going. Keep it going now at lunch. We're at step number 2. You had a great breakfast. You moved on to lunch. You're now heading into the afternoon. You're at a good. You feel good because your body is feeding and it's working and it's burning. That's what I want to turn you into. Someone who can eat and burn and keep on going. Don't skip lunch. Don't skip breakfast. Moving on to dinner. Dinner, unlike lunch or breakfast, has to be the smallest of your meals. Now, that doesn't mean you're to starve yourself. Remember what I said, starving yourself, you might as well cash it in, because the truth is, if you starve yourself, you're going to slow down the body. I want you eating. I want you eating those 5 meals throughout the day, because the truth is, eat and burn. Starving is like driving the car without any gasoline in it. You know what's going to happen? The car, just like the body, will shut down. It will purposely slow itself down because it'll consume that it is being starved. It'll go into a starvation mode.